All right, hey, what's going on YouTube? So gonna be doing an update video. So as you can see, I ended up purchasing the Maverick carbon spoiler for the Chevy SS. So that's gonna get installed. I do plan on getting that knocked out, but first this actually needs to get painted. So as you can see, it's kind of comes like in this raw material. Gonna get painted black. That kind of will, you know, go along with the whole accent car, especially because the roof is wrapped black. The door handles are wrapped, and there's just little parts here and there that are black. I did pull off the, I guess, the side vents. These were wrapped a long time ago, maybe like 3 years ago. My buddy Chris, he did them, and they've held up pretty good over the years. But now, as you can see, the wrap kind of starting to come up in little places. So I'm gonna see if they can do these as well while they're getting the spoiler painted. If not, I'll try to wrap them myself or something like that. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna head down to the paint shop and drop this off, and we'll see what it looks like after it's done. All right, so a couple days later and we're back down. I had went and dropped off the spoiler and I picked it up, and as we can see now, this thing is painted. So it came out pretty good. Like I said, went with the color black. All right. Now I did ask them to see if they could paint these for me. Anyways, the price that they gave me to actually paint these was right around the price as you know, buying these already black online. So I decided to bring them back home. There are some websites, I believe, like Commodore Specialties here in the USA that gets a couple of these in every once in a while. So I came home with the intention of just buying them, but whenever I went to check the website, they were already sold out. And I'm assuming they only get these every once in a while. So going with plan B. And plan B is I ordered black vinyl wrap, and the goal is to pretty much re-wrap these. So I'm gonna take this off and apply the new wrap and see how that goes. But if not, then if it comes out bad or if I don't like it, then I'll just order them to become available. But anyway, so once I get that done, I am gonna have to come over here and take this, the original spoiler off. I'll probably will record that. So yeah, we'll see that here shortly. But first thing I'm gonna knock out, I'm gonna go ahead and try to wrap these. All right. Oh, and while we're over here too, there was a couple things I ordered. This, I'm gonna be ceramic coating the car possibly next week. So I went ahead and picked up this, I guess it's C-Quartz by Car Pro. Got it off Amazon. And also picked up these cutting pads. So I am gonna try to do some paint correction prior to me ceramic coating the car. But that'll be on the next video coming up. Got it? Yeah. Need my help? Alright, let's get this last piece off.
Daddy,
What's up?
these are like shoes, like this, like skating.
Alright, so there it is. We got wrap off. Took about like maybe what, 10 minutes for each one?
Oh no!
Not too bad.
Oh no! Look!
What? Okay. So I am gonna have to clean it up. I don't know if you can see, but like I was mentioning, it's a lot of residue left. So I'm gonna clean these up and then get it ready to get them rewrapped. All right, so we got these all cleaned up. I ended up getting the what do you call it, the residue or adhesive off. It took me a while, but yeah, cleaned up pretty nice. I ended up first using Goo Gone. That wasn't really working for me very well. So I did a quick Google search, and some people said to use this iso alcohol. So that's what I ended up using, and it worked pretty good. It did take me a little bit, maybe I would say about like 20 minutes per each one to finally get everything off. But yeah, not too bad. So yeah, so next I'll go ahead and start with wrapping these. I got one done. Here it is. Still need to clean it up a little bit on these sides, just cut off the extra film, but or the extra vinyl. But yeah, I mean, actually, to be honest, this was a little bit more difficult than I thought, especially around the corners right here. You have to be real careful. If not, the wrap would want to start stretching. But yeah, so I'm gonna throw this one on the car, and then probably tomorrow I'll do this one. It's already getting a little late. All right, so got it wrapped. Already have the other side installed, so we just gotta pop in this side, and then that's it. And there it is. Alright, so let's see how that holds up. I did the best I could. It's not perfect, but it is what it is. That kind of held me off until the actual painted black ones become available online. But yeah, so that's it with that. And then the next thing, it's gonna be installing that. So let me get the car situated, get the trunk open, and I'll be recording that. All right, so to get this installed, obviously we're gonna have to pull this off, the factory spoiler. It is held in by some bolts, so I have to take out the I guess the trunk liner up here, and then get that off. And then to actually install the new one, it does not use the factory trunk bolt holes. So we will have to take off these rubber grommets, and then in there just pretty much drill a hole through, get it the right size, and then that's where the new spoiler will be mounted to. So it's going to use 2 on that side and then 2 on this side, and I believe that's how the HSV spoilers are mounted. So yeah, let me go ahead and get started on that. All right, so we got the liner off here. So there are bolts, like as I mentioned, that are holding the spoiler in place, and we need to get those off. So you have to be real careful. Supposedly what I read online, you can put like some tape inside the socket and then try to get the nut out. And you know, the big thing is just try to make sure that the nut doesn't fall down here, because then I guess you're kind of screwed there. But the other thing is we're not going to be reusing these. We're going to be using I guess the bolts that were sent in with the spoiler. So yeah, I'll let you guys know how that goes. All right, guys. So I finally got the. Let's see. Can you see that in there? Right. So I finally got the nuts out. So both of them did end up dropping through. So here's the thing. Whenever I unscrewed it, I had the trunk kind of tilted down, almost like if it was closed. So the nuts did end up falling, and they ended up getting down over here. So you can stick your hand through here and try to get them. One thing that I did is I kind of used this magnet back here to kind of move the nut closer to the center. And then I was able to stick my hand in there and get it out. All right, so we got the spoiler off. There's actually 3 bolts. There's 2 on each side and then 1 at the center. I soaked it in Goo Gone, and then we used some fishing line to kind of pull it through and try to separate the spoiler from the trunk. But yeah, wasn't too bad. And good thing my neighbor came over and helped me. And so we got that off. Now I need to just clean this up. All right, guys, so I tried getting the adhesive off. It's just not coming off, man. I sprayed it down with a bunch of Goo Gone, and it's just not working for me. I tried scraping it, so I went and picked this up. The Advanced Auto Parts down the street from me had this in stock, so we're gonna use this and hopefully get this off. All right, much better. So glad I picked this up. Definitely recommend using this to get this off, man. All right, so there it is. Got it all cleaned up. So it's pretty much ready now. Gonna have to drill the holes for the new spoiler. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. There she is. Spoiler installed. I think it looks pretty good. So that pretty much wraps it up. Oh, there was one thing else. I got it installed on the car. I ordered the HSV airbag a while back, so finally no more Chevy badge in here. So I think that pretty much wraps up all of it. And I went with this one too, mainly because of the logo on the blower. You know, I have the HSV logo, I guess, on the front of the supercharger, so it only made sense, you know, to kind of go with this one. Just trying to be a little bit different. I do plan on one day probably getting the HSV bumpers and all that stuff. I know they can be real pricey, but we'll see what happens. But anyways, guys, hope you like it. Pretty much wraps it up.